hello there ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and today we are going to be theming the Genie ride with an adventure theme. So here we go, starting with some big blocks. Let's get it lined up nice and straight and put over the end of the ride. Now to do this you need to make sure obviously that you've disabled scenery collision with rides to allow you to build over the ride. Now I do find that the Genie is quite an easy ride to give a theme to. In fact, I've already done my Glacier Drift, which was a winter themed Genie skin. That's already available in my workshop. But today I'm giving this Genie the adventure theme within the adventure area of my park. So here we go, let's put some ruined rubble in there at the tops so it's lined up with the track nicely, nothing poking through. Okay, so we've got some foundation there. Okay, let's put in some more blocks. Put that underneath the track. Okay, straighten it out a bit. Okay, there we go. 1, 2, 3, and one more. 4. Okay, now we've got to obviously put the small blocks underneath. So let's put those in. You can obviously see bits of my park in the background, so little different bits that I've dropped in. So let's keep putting these blocks in. Okay, now move to the other side. So this is the foundations on the other side of the ride, making this side a bit bigger because there's no queue or exit this side, so it can be a much wider and more filling. So we're building up quite a nice step pyramid here along the back of the ride. There we go, and then obviously the next layer. So move that back, put it in the middle. There we go, and then one more at the top. Okay, that's looking quite good. Not too bad. Okay, let's put some pillars in. There we go, and there as well. I'll look, see if there's anywhere else that I want to put them. No, that's too close to the ride. That's massive. So let's get the adventure theme up and start putting some scenery on. Okay, so gold cobra heads at either end. Get it lined up right. Okay, rotate that round. There we go. Okay, now you can see on the other side I've started to put some rocks in, and now we're doing the arch in the middle. Now of course you could actually put a path under the arch in the middle, depending on the positioning within your park and everything else, but I decided to actually fill it in with rockery. So there we go, that's far too big, so we'll lower that down, put that either side, then again with the small blocks, put those in. Okay, now some ruined rock again just to theme it out. Sink it down a bit, put a pillar either side at about the same distance. There we go. So it's starting to look not too bad. We've got the rocks you can see either side. And now again, as I've said before, ground painting is very important. It adds depth to your rides. So there we go. And now the vegetation to build it up even further. You can see I've also added a lot more rocks. I've added some vines and some roots coming out as well. So we'll now start putting in some palm trees. Again, cover the entrance area so people that aren't on the ride can't actually see the station. And I've also put a statue on the other side, and he's got a torch in his hand with a flame torch. So again, let's see what else we can put in. Okay, let's line that rock up, bury it down so we cover up more of the ride. Again, slide it down there, and then some small rocks. Go. And as you can see, what you're doing is you're covering up as much of the ride as possible, so it's a complete skin. Now to put in some torches so that it's light at night. It's always something you need to think about. You need to have some lighting on your ride so that when it's dark, guests can still see what they're doing. So there we go. Looks good at night. Okay, cool. Put it back to daylight. There we go. And as you can see, the ride there is looking finished. I've also put in a crashed plane now, so there's some smoke and fire and a plane that's crashed just off to the side of the ride. There go. So, gold cobras at either side, and that is one completed skin for the Genie ride. Now, one thing I would like to see is us able to change this car, because there's a lot of rides around the world with a big circle. So it's a circle carriage that you all face outwards, and it rotates the same way as the Genie, but it's just different. And then you could also theme that maybe as well. But so there it is from far away in the adventure area. You can see the actual entrance gate to my adventure area is now a lot thicker, because I used my jungle foliage to spread everything out and make it look a lot deeper. And again, yeah, I like the Genie. It's a good ride for theming, and I'm quite pleased with this. There's not really anything I want to change on it. I might put a few more rocks and pieces in to cover up a bit more of the base, but other than that, I'm completely happy with that skin, and an adventure skin it is. But as you can see, it's quite simple. Just use the blocks, use all the different bits and pieces that you have, build it up, and after a while you get this good looking ride at it. I've been Know-It-All. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Till next time, see you then.